Well, hi there, everyone. Thanks for watching or listening. This is Carole Freeman of Hypnotic Nutrition, the creator of the 90-Day Keto Diet Challenge. I'm here with...
I'm Mikayla, the intern.
Oh, I'm Jim Kellner, the hypnotist.
All right. We're here today. We're going to taste 4 kinds of butter. We're crazy like that. We're not putting them on crackers. We're not dipping...
We're not?
No. We're not
Toast?
dipping butter. No toast. We're not putting it on cereal. We're not putting it on bacon, which would be really good, though. We're just tasting butter all by itself.
Nice.
Everyday run-of-the-mill Kerrygold.
Just like Mom used to make.
Your mom was a cow?
Oh.
How dare you?
But president? I don't know. I'm not French. How would you say that?
Oui, oui, mademoiselle. President.
All right.
I have no idea.
Okay, it sounded good to me. And we have Organic Valley salted butter. The salted butter?
No,
or this one? All right. Kerrygold. We know you all love Kerrygold. So we have a stand-in. So normally this is my son here. So this is not my son.
No.
No. My son is dairy-free, and he opted out of the butter taste test. So
Lucky me.
yeah, somebody else gets to do the hard work then.
I wish he was bacon sensitive.
We need more punchlines today. So
Right.
do you know any punchlines?
Can't believe it's not. Oh, it is butter.
Yeah.
You're too young for that commercial. You don't know what I'm talking about. My God, do they still make like sizzling?
I think now they just do turkey bacon. Yeah.
Fat on there.
Choke it down with some butter. So we're going to try Kerrygold first. Would you like to dip in? Feel free to have as much as you like. I have about a half a stick for us to taste, but I have plenty more if you think you want more. So
Sure, everybody.
If we
We
run
got this
out.
one. There's 3 of us. So but if we need more,
pay attention to, we could comment the color,
Okay.
any smell. I'm going to talk about the ingredients here. So cream and salt. So I chose all the butters that we're tasting today are all salted butters. Salt is typically used as a preservative in salt. And so chefs prefer unsalted butter because then they're starting at a baseline in a recipe. Then they can control the saltiness by adding salt. Also, there's some thought that because salt is a preservative, that perhaps salted butter may not be as fresh as unsalted butter, or maybe because it's a preservative, it will last longer on the shelf and it will taste better. And they also say on their label that it does not contain artificial growth hormone, RBST, with an asterisk. According to the FDA, no significant difference has been shown between milk derived from RBST treated and non-RBST treated cows. They legally have to say that. If it doesn't contain RBST, then the government says, well, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's okay. All right, cheers to our first
Cheers.
butter test here. What do we notice about the color? When I contrast it with the other ones, it's a paler color than the other ones we're going to be tasting. Oh, it's so delicious, though. I don't remember the last time I just actually had like a little spoonful of butter.
I have never in my life.
You haven't?
First
You
time
weren't-
for everything.
You weren't one of those little kids that like ate the butter off the table?
I didn't like butter back when I was a kid.
Oh.
I discovered though what it was is I didn't like butter that was like this. I only liked it melted.
So it does taste salty,
Yep. It's
Salted.
salty. It's creamy.
creamy, smooth, tastes like butter.
Tastes fine.
Yeah.
Not wowed, but it's fine.
Yeah. Let's move on to President. This one contains pasteurized cream, salt, and cultures. So this is imported. It's a product of
Extra
France. So it's like a cultured butter, like a European style butter.
May affect my buying habit.
I've never actually even tried this butter. It's my first time trying President butter.
Woohoo.
Me too.
And if you're on Snapchat, you can add Hypnotic Guy because I'm going to be Snapchatting it right now.
So does it do a little video?
Oh, what am I? I didn't hit the video button.
Wait, can we do a face swap on? Let's do it while we're tasting it though.
Do you know how to do the filters? Do the face swap?
Isn't that thing?
I
Like
think
it
that
No,
flips
that's
the
the
screen
flip
around.
side.
smells creamier than the other one. Like with the Kerrygold, I can't smell anything, right?
No.
But with the President, I actually smell.
You get a
What do you
whiff.
think?
Yeah, there's
Ooh,
no
that's
smell
salty.
at all to the Kerrygold.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, big difference.
That's a buttery
It
taste.
tastes like butter.
This is like the one on your movie theater popcorn.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's exactly what it tastes like.
Yeah.
This is movie theater butter.
It's like butter flavored
Yeah.
butter.
Yeah, exactly. It's butter. For me, it's a little too strong. I'll
Okay.
say, like, just to eat like this.
Yeah, well, you're not as fat adapted as we are, so
Pretty fat at that. Well,
You-
I could take
it
another
means something
spoonful
different,
of
right?
that. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Really? You guys go right ahead. I'm
you're
not.
going to talk about the price wise. The President butter for this 7 ounces, which is almost the equivalent of 2 sticks of butter for $2.99. So it's about $1 less than what Kerrygold goes for. So Kerrygold, I actually got this at my local restaurant supply store, and I can't remember how much it is, but I think it's only like $5 for a whole pound. So the equivalent of 4 sticks of butter. So twice as much product as the... Yeah, it's probably only $5 for the Kerrygold. It's the least expensive one for sure. Let's move on to our Organic Valley.
It's very yellow.
So Organic Valley is actually a company that's a co-op owned by organic farmers. And so wherever you live, your Organic Valley products are produced by your local farmers in your area. So I looked it up here before we filmed, and in my area here, I'm outside the Seattle area. Our organic farmers are, looks like down in Enumclaw, which the cows there are okay. Other stories in Enumclaw are a little
We don't talk
sketchy. You're right, right.
about.
But
They have the
Auburn,
Scottish Highland Games in Enumclaw.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
and really local for you guys that don't know the area, which probably is most of you. That's within like about 25 miles from where we're at is how close the milk. Yeah, the milk is coming from. So that's pretty darn close. Whereas Kerrygold, well, I don't know my geography, but is Ireland farther away than France?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, aren't we? Well, I don't know. I was
Yeah.
going to try to hypothesize.
You know, these
I don't know.
ignorant Americans, we never learned geography. So
Because you know what? We have to learn our geography, and our country is huge.
oh, huge,
Huge.
huge.
Huge. So that's why we don't know your stuff here.
So in Organic Valley, pasteurized organic sweet cream comes from milk and salt.
You know what the cultured means? What that's all about? Or?
Well, cultured is things that they introduce into things like sour cream and what else is cultured? Like a lot of dairy products. And
Yogurt?
so
Cheese.
Yogurt?
yogurt, yes, yogurt is cultured as well. And so I think it
Write in, everybody. Somebody
Yes.
Google this and write us right now. Tweet me.
Help.
Snapchat us, right?
that's funny because nobody's actually watching live right now.
They don't know that.
Oops. Okay.
But this one's way yellower than the other two.
Yes, of all the ones we tried, the Organic Valley is very yellow.
Okay.
It's the most local. Only one. Well, actually, it's the only one I bought that's organic. I don't smell anything though. Whereas with the President, I could smell it. This one smells like nothing to me.
Oh, definitely not as salty as the other two.
Right.
Like more sweet cream flavor.
It seems fattier to me. It's very subtle, but
It's funny, now that I took a second part, then it seems a little saltier.
it's not butter flavored butter like the President
No, it's
butter.
not butter flavored butter.
This it would go on popcorn, but I think you need a
Right.
lot more salt on it.
Yeah. But
Whereas the
this one,
President, yeah.
I highly recommend that for your butter popcorn.
So in general,
Or your buttered butter.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Put it on the Kerrygold.
Yes.
Well, this is weird because now the third spoon I had is even saltier.
hmm,
Is that just my taste buds? or
maybe you're
something?
thirsty.
Hmm.
You're becoming fat adapted as we film
We're
this.
watching
Yes.
it happen.
Watch out, world. In general, per tablespoon of butter, there are 11 grams of fat.
According to chronometer, it's 11.5.
Oh, okay, 11.5. Although on labeling,
Definitely.
they don't have to do the decimal points. There can be some variation in these in the composition of the type of fats, though. That may be some of the things we taste as well. For example, the next one we're going to try, Kerrygold, comes from grass-fed cows. It tends to be higher in omega-3 fats, which are very healthy fat for us. One of the compounds that's in butter, though, that's found to be very, very helpful for us is something conjugated linoleic acid. You can actually buy supplements of that because it was found to promote weight loss when you consumed a lot of this CLA compound, right? So
Forget the
interesting.
spoons, just take a bite
Yeah,
of it.
interestingly though is that people thought that butter was bad for them because
Oh, I know,
it was
yeah.
high in saturated fats, so they avoided butter, but they would go out and spend, $20 on a bottle of CLA pills. Well, if you did that, joke is on you because CLA is a saturated fat, right? So you were
away
trying to
from it.
avoid saturated fats, but you were buying a bottle of saturated fats.
But
Yeah.
you didn't get all the fun with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, none of the fun.
Right. So part of that probably is that what I specialize in now knowing is that higher fat diets are more healthful. They actually promote healthy metabolism and energy burning and energy production. And so it's not surprising to me that a compound in a high fat item is really healthy for us. So just have real butter. Don't waste your money on those supplements.
And I will say too, after we talked that last time, I was already sort of trying to cut some of the carbs out because I was eating like hash browns, like we talked about every single day, hash browns every single day, eating pie lot.
By the pool.
And then by the pool, and then you said, you told me to just try 90 days. I was like, I could give up hash browns for 90 days. And so I've lost 10 pounds.
Oh my
since you were in
gosh.
Oh wow,
Phoenix.
congrats!
No wonder we weren't as funny there, right?
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
You were in the hash brown fog.
Exactly.
Now.
So I totally
10
embraced,
pounds in a month. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So you a couple notches on your belt. Sorry, I didn't.
I am. I'm having to,
Is this why you're wearing the pink shirt now?
I just wear the pink shirt when I want to look pretty.
When you're gonna be on video.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pink or red.
Backed by popular demand.
Backed by popular demand,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, high five to.
Thanks.
Are you doing so you tried cauliflower hash browns. Have you been doing that, or you gave up on that?
Gave up on those. Yeah.
Add more butter.
And more butter. The butter flavored butter.
Yeah. Well, so maybe this is the next step. So the first one was you cut back on hash browns, lost 10 pounds. Maybe after the butter taste test, you're going to add more CLA in the form of butter.
Right.
And whatever we're tasting in a month from now, I'll have to go back to Phoenix for that, though, probably.
Well, if you have to, right?
Yeah. Well, but it's going to be like 200 degrees there by then, right?
I won't be there, in fact, yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll figure out the next taste test, and then you can tell us how things are going for you after you add more butter-flavored butter.
Yes, yes.
All right, so let's try Kerrygold. So many of you watching are probably already fans of Kerrygold. What makes Kerrygold so special? Do you know?
I've heard that people really like that it's grass-fed, which means that the ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 is more in line with what humans should be eating, as opposed to cows that, just eat corn products and then the amount.
Which they never eat in nature.
Yes. Yeah, you even know, right? Yes.
You never see cows wandering around trying to find the cornfield, right?
Right. Yeah, that's one of the keys. Is that so? Cows' natural, cows' natural food is grass. Like that's what they were designed to eat. That's what they can actually digest. However, in the United States, corn and soy products are basically free, and so farmers started feeding cows corn and soy feed, and then keeping them in lots where there's lots of them crammed in there, and then unfortunately, then their butter looks like. Probably can't. Let's see. See if I can drop this on the computer this time. I think you can see the difference there. Yeah, it looks like it's coming up on camera how yellow the Kerrygold is compared to the Dairygold, which is, probably from average cows. I don't know. They're not treated with RBST though.
That's right.
Although that doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't make a difference at all for your health.
We legally have to say that.
It's a legal disclaimer. Yes. I want to say too. Talking about what they get fed. I actually read a few years ago that some farmer found some deal on candy bars or something. He actually bought several tons of these candy bars that they were going to get rid of, and he fed those to his livestock.
And they probably got really fat and fatty.
So they can just feed them whatever they want, I guess.
Yeah. Well, if they're hungry, they're just going to keep eating it.
What are they going to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So grass. So Kerrygold comes from Ireland, where all the cows there have free access to grass. I did read. So somebody, there was some rumor going around that they were feeding Kerrygold cows GMO food, and so there was an email that I saw somebody shared that came directly from the company that was saying that for the most part the cows they eat grass. They're supplemented when the weather's wrong or they need more food, they're fed dry grass, and then that they are supplemented with a very small amount of feed that may or may not be GMO. So they
probably not candy bars.
It may not be, right?
So I remember doing some work a couple of years ago. In the fall, I'll do some work as a health coach at Microsoft. They have this big event where people get their cholesterol and blood sugar checked, and they have a lot of people that come from different countries that work at Microsoft. And one of the guys was from Ireland, and I started talking to him about how the dairy products in the United States, most of them did not come from grass-fed cows, and he just his head spun around, and he was like, "What are you talking about? Why would cows not eat grass? What are you talking about?"
What world?
Yeah, and so. A lot of other countries, they feed cows what they're supposed to eat, and so this is one of the things that the nutrient profile of the milk is better, more healthful, and let's see if it tastes any different.
Let's see.
Yeah. To compare.
Cheers.
I don't smell butter.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm just kidding.
I say it's not as buttery flavored as the President.
It's a second though.
It has a lot of flavor
Second
though.
buttery is.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
Really smooth.
Yeah, very smooth. That's true.
I mean, they all melt on your tongue, but I do really like the flavor of that one, I have to say.
Yeah.
If you need to go back for the other one to try.
Second
the salt
round.
finish is on the end.
Mm-hmm.
So Kerrygold at my local Safeway was $4.99 for the equivalent of about 2 sticks of butter. So that was 8 ounces, which actually the President was only 7 ounces. So the Kerrygold was $1 more for slightly more. If we compare that to the Organic Valley, which for about the same amount would have been about $3.50. So Kerrygold is the most expensive. The President would be the second most expensive, then our Organic Valley, then the Dairygold was the cheapest. delicious. I have a lot of butter in my house now.
Not
my
for
son,
long.
my son doing dairy free for quite a while. We haven't had any butter, so I have a butter party for a while. Well, like on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm rating each of the butters. 1 being terrible. I wouldn't ever waste my money on it again. I might try to feed it to my cats, but they may not eat it. 5 would be
Rejected by cats.
5 would be I would pay twice the money for it. It's delicious.
For Kerrygold
What
butter.
wouldn't I do?
Mikayla, would you like to go first? What do you rate the Kerrygold?
I give it a 3. It's pretty standard butter. It tastes like butter. It's pretty cheap. You can get it at any grocery store.
I feel like we need to have some paddles where we hold some numbers up.
Yeah,
Like it's like a
right.
game show or
Yeah.
something. And your date for tonight is Kerrygold. I would agree. I would give the Kerrygold a 3. I mean, it's definitely, it's butter. It tasted like butter, what most people are used to butter. It's full fat. It's not low fat, and but nothing extra special that stands out to me. But it is from cows that are not given artificial growth hormone.
Exactly.
Not that matters.
Little tiny writing on the bottom.
Yeah. What do you give
I'm gonna say 3 too. I mean,
All right.
it's probably the one I'm most likely to buy because I don't care that much about it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's a fine butter. Unless I was making popcorn, and then I would definitely.
Then we know which one you're going to pick. Right.
But,
What
yeah,
about
it's
if you're doing cauliflower hash browns? Which one might you put on?
We'll never do that again. I even cooked them in bacon oil, and they still were not. But
okay.
maybe I didn't have them ground up enough or something. I think here's the problem: is I shouldn't have gone into it thinking they were going to be like hash browns.
Oh, and they're they have a lot of moisture in them. So.
Yeah, I think if I would have thought about it as more of just something different completely, I think that'd have been just fine.
Okay.
It didn't taste bad.
Fried
Tasted
cauliflower.
like cauliflower. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on to French president. Salted European cultured butter. President. What do you give president for 1 out of 5?
President gets 3.5 stars from me.
Oh wow. Okay.
It was nice that it was such a unique flavor. Like you could definitely tell the difference. I thought they were all gonna taste the same, but that one was really unique. So if you wanted to just put butter on something and you really wanted to taste the butter, that's the one that I would pick.
So why 3.5 and not a 4 or 5? You're saving room for another one.
No, I guess nothing was really special about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't go out of my way to buy President butter.
Okay.
I get my butter in blocks at Costco, so
Okay.
because we go through it so fast, it wouldn't be economic to buy President butter.
Okay. Maybe because
Really?
my 5
Oh, yeah.
standard was
Butter
like
fiend, huh?
her whole family's butter lovers.
Oh
so.
yeah.
So I would actually give President a 4. I thought the taste was fantastic. Like you said, like it's really, really buttery. And so, I mean, some of you actually, if you're not fat adapted like Mikayla and I, where you can tolerate, 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter at one time, where maybe your digestion's still behind, or maybe you haven't, gotten there completely yet. Step by step, this you could use less of this President butter and get. Still a lot of that
That's
President
true.
flavor.
Yeah.
So if you're not ready to go full force with your butter, so I would suggest that is actually, if you're still using like a light margarine or a light butter or something like that, or afraid of butter still, go with this one. You could use, a teaspoon instead of a whole tablespoon and still get a lot of flavor that way. I think it could be used like that. Will I buy it again? I might consider buying it if like where I was, somewhere where they didn't have Kerrygold or something like that. I would buy it in that circumstance, but I don't know if I would actually go out of my way. Although it would be something where it's like, oh my gosh, you should try this butter.
Mhm.
It might be a conversation piece that I might try it that way. So yeah, I would give it a 4, factoring in nutrition profile as well. Although I didn't
Yes.
research where they get their milk for President butter.
You'd have to assume if it was grass-fed that they'd probably be advertising that on
Yeah.
the
It's
package.
true.
Well, Kerrygold doesn't eat. Oh, it does do it. It does say from grass-fed cows. Okay, you're right.
Nothing on
That's
here. I didn't see it.
no, just product of France.
Product of France. Got to be good. It's from
Although
France.
French people are known for their butter.
And they're known for like doing things kind of the right way. I mean, as
Yeah.
far as food goes, I mean, they don't.
Maybe
they're
we'll
kind of
have to look
slow.
into it.
Although this might be the McDonald's brand
It
of
could
butter
be.
in France, right?
That's
So
true. Yeah.
They have higher standards than
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
do.
just because it comes from France doesn't mean it's the highest quality from France.
True. Just whoever was the best marketer to get it here, right?
Yeah, they probably keep their good butter there, and they don't want to share it with us.
Send the crap off to America. They won't know the difference.
But we will now
Yes.
that we've
Right.
tasted all of
Exactly.
them.
So, what kind of score do you give?
I give it a 4 also.
Okay.
I think I hadn't thought about that idea that you could use half as much and it would still taste buttery.
Yeah.
But for me, like if I was going to make some movie style popcorn, I would definitely go for that one because it really just pops. For normal day-to-day use, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't.
All right. Speaking of day-to-day use, how do you use butter in your life right now?
Well, if I don't have any bacon oil to use or sausage oil,
Bacon oil.
right? I'll use butter to cook my eggs in,
Okay.
which is I eat eggs every single day. My cholesterol's never been better.
Woo!
And like we were talking about, I can't believe the years that I avoided.
Right?
Threw away all the yolks because they were bad.
I
for
avoided
you.
eggs and I avoided butter. I was
Oh.
trying to eat margarine and pasta and everything. And anyway, but yeah, and so that's probably the only times I really use it. Oh, and
Okay.
then coffee too. Sometimes I do a bulletproof-esque type coffee.
Okay.
So I always buy unsalted just for that reason.
Oh, right,
So I can use
okay.
it both ways.
And if people are wondering what that is a cup of coffee blended with coconut oil and butter, and you blend it in the blender, it gets all frothy and
Get your day going.
delicious. Yeah. Gives you a lot of energy right away too.
And you know what? For me, I got to tell you, I still struggle sometimes to get enough fat in if I'm trying to actually go ketogenic, like 72% or something. That's what.
Yeah, between 60 and 80%.
Oh, okay. No,
yeah.
that's good to know because I sometimes I get down to about 64%.
Okay.
And so, but if I can start the day off with like a tablespoon of butter or two, and then a tablespoon of coconut oil in coffee, that really helps.
Yeah.
The fat level for the whole day.
Yeah, and coconut oil, the type of fat that's in there is pro-ketogenic, so it'll raise your blood ketones.
Mm-hmm. I just know I'm not hungry like I tried something similar before, but I think I was eating way too much protein.
Right.
So I was doing more just straight paleo,
Right.
and I was eating too many fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
Too many fruits. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
amazing how many carbs.
Wait, is this
fruits
an
have.
infomercial
Right,
for
exactly,
the
yeah.
diet?
For only $19.95, you can.
And if you act now, in the next 5 minutes, you can have your own pat of butter.
But I have had, like we
Those
talked about
should
in
be
the
butter.
yes, but like I've talked about, and we talked about in our other video, is I've had clients that were still able to eat pizza and ice cream and everything,
Yeah.
and they still lose weight because they eat less of it, and for some reason their body chemistry that's just
Yeah,
fine for them.
yeah.
So you don't have to go ketogenic.
No.
But
But if
No.
you do, you can eat lots of butter.
you can and bacon
Yeah.
and eggs,
So much
things
butter.
that I avoided for years. Enough
Um,
with the infomercial. Sorry. Anyway, we
Won't
don't want
Yeah.
name
to
any
shout out.
names.
yeah, you probably haven't listened this far
You know
anyway,
who you
so-
are.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't listen this far.
Yeah, he would have tuned out.
Sorry,
long
we shouldn't do
ago.
the inside joke. Sorry,
Yeah.
folks. It's-
Oh, it's so funny that way. It's like our own personal laugh track.
It is. Yeah.
I'll rewatch this video and think it's funny.
So how about in your house? How do you guys use butter? Since you're
Oh my
buying
gosh.
Costco buckets
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
it takes up the whole freezer. Yeah, we put butter on everything. I put butter in my coffee in the morning, and when we cook eggs, usually we'll get up around the same time, and someone will throw like a tablespoon or two of butter in a pan and make some eggs for all of us to eat. Sometimes I put it on cheese.
Yeah. To people that don't eat a lot of fat, that sounds really weird.
Cheese?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like cheese is your
Yeah,
cracker
I'll
for
make
butter and
like
toast.
I make a sandwich with like 2 slices of cheese and like butter and mustard and just eat it. If it's like the end of the day and I'm kind of hungry and I'm like, I'm just gonna get some fat in. I'll just butter my cheese.
It's funny because you'll eat cheese and you'll be like, that's just kind of dry. It's not fatty enough. I need a little more fat on top of it.
Yeah, you would never think that would be something anyone would want to do, but it tastes really good. So maybe I'll buy President butter and put it on my cheese.
Yeah.
You know, actually, that reminded me last night. I was someplace and I had pork loin and it wasn't very fatty, and I knew I needed to get my fat up, so I put a couple of pats of butter in there and mixed it up, and
It's
it was
great.
great.
Yeah.
I put butter on steak the other night for the first time. I hadn't tried that before, but one of your clients, right, said that you can put butter on and it'll like melt all into the steak.
Mhm.
It was amazing.
That's what chefs do, actually. That's like a finishing, like as they're finishing cooking a steak or piece of meat, that they'll take like a pat of butter and melt it in there and then keep basting it on top. And so that's a secret of restaurants that you didn't even know, but now you've discovered it. Yeah. Along with those ideas, like I like to put butter, like a slab of butter on top of a hamburger patty. Like when it's still hot, it just melts in the same thing as like on a steak. It's delicious. On a cheeseburger, No bun, but just it's delicious on there because it's coming from the same animal, so they complement each other.
True.
That's a great point.
Yeah, that you're making like any warm dish, finishing it off with a pat of butter on top of it. It just melts into there and
Pretty much
quite
improves
delicious.
any
Yeah.
food you can think of.
Yeah.
Cheese, butter.
Right.
Yes.
Steak, butter. Bacon, butter.
Yeah.
Put some butter on your mayonnaise.
Well, we'll have to.
Jim's making a face. Okay, taking it a little too far.
I don't like mayonnaise, so that's the reason.
Oh, yeah, the
You
man.
wouldn't like our first Taste This video then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been here.
All right, so let's move on to Organic Valley. We'll pass it over to you. Our most local butter that we have.
I would give that one 3 stars too. There wasn't like nothing stood out about it. It wasn't the cheapest. It wasn't the most flavorful. Yeah, 3 stars for me.
I would give it like a 3.5. Like, I appreciate the fact that it's local and organic, but flavor-wise, it was kind of middle of the road. It had slightly better flavor than the Kerrygold. It's also a brighter yellow, so I knew the nutrient profile, and that's better. It's not going to win out over the other one that we're saving till last. I don't want to give anything away, but as far as flavor, but I got to give it something, a little bump up because of local and organic.
Yeah.
Because we want to support our local farmers, but we're not, carbon footprint, blah blah blah, all that stuff.
crap,
So yeah. How about you on that Organic Valley butter? Back to you, Jim.
Back to me. It's fine. It tasted okay. I would rank it, for me, it tasted very similar to the Kerrygold.
Okay.
I do like the fact that it's organic, and so if I was feeling the urge to do the organic thing, then I would do that.
Okay.
I don't usually buy organic. I should, but I don't. Okay.
Are you shooting on yourself right
I am.
now?
I'm shitting on myself. I shit on myself a lot.
Oh, perhaps you should listen to a motivational hypnosis recording.
What a genius idea! For only $19.95. You act now. We'll send you this leftover butter.
Yes. That's the same offer as before. Do you have anything better?
More butter?
So what would you get on a scale of 1 to 5?
I would go 3.5.
Okay.
It's, definitely it's I kind of feel like we should be eating organic and that sort of thing. I sort of don't.
Okay.
Try not to buy the Dirty Dozen.
Yeah. That's a different movie, though.
Different movie.
Yeah.
That's another keto chat.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Was that not this kind of show?
Well, it depends on what corner of the internet you found us on. Or Snapchat.
Right.
Kerrygold. We're moving on to Kerrygold. Have you had Kerrygold before?
This was actually the first time I've really gone purposefully and tried some Kerrygold butter. Because we usually don't spring for the grass fed.
Okay.
Me neither.
Because we go through butter too fast. But Kerrygold lives up to the hype. I know people go on about it a little bit, but it tasted really good, and the nutrient profile's there. It's very anti-inflammatory to eat grass-fed dairy products. So I give it 4.5.
Oh, it didn't even make the 5 for you.
I still want to
It's
spring
because
for
of
it because
price.
it's expensive.
It's the price. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
price
yeah.
that gets it for you. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5. Like you said, the flavor's fantastic. The smoothness, it actually was smoother mouthfeel than the other ones. It's a nice bright yellow, which means it's got some of those carotenoid, the vitamin A family nutrients in there. Price, I wasn't factoring price into that. I probably still won't buy that exclusively. However, since my son's not eating butter anymore, I probably, the small amount of butter that I do eat, I probably could spring for that and stick with that. Yeah, yeah, because I tend to use other fats more frequently than I do butter anyways. So I probably should just up my game and switch over to Kerrygold. So
Although the Irish butter is bigger carbon footprint.
yes. So how do you justify that? I don't know. Maybe alternate between the Organic Valley and mix them together or something like that. I don't know.
Get a butter swirl.
Yes, it's a new product. Right. All right. How How about you for Kerrygold? Is it your first time having Kerrygold?
First time having Kerrygold, as far as I know. Yeah, I would say a 4.5 as well, and mostly that's because of the cost. And to me, I don't really taste a whole big difference between those three, the ones that are not the president.
Yeah.
But see, I forget about the whole omega-3 thing, and I don't eat fish. I hate fish, and I really am concerned about that because I do think I need to eat more omega-3s. And so, if that's going to have omega-3s in it, then I probably should.
You have to eat more butter,
right? It's either that or I have to eat Kerrygold or I have to eat fish.
Thing.
Oh, come on!
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure universally, almost everybody watching will think that butter tastes better than fish.
Right.
Although we are right next to Pike Place, some fresh salmon.
Yeah.
No.
Although
butter.
I have to say
with
that
butter and bacon and cheese.
I have to say that's something I didn't mention, but that's one of the ways I like butter is a nice cooked piece of salmon that's fresh, hot. Put a slab of butter on top of that as well. That's delicious too. Maybe you might like fish then if it tasted like butter.
We might have to convert him.
No, I've had. Here's the thing with salmon. I don't find salmon disgusting, but but it's not. It just tastes like meat to me, and I'm like, why bother? And I always think that next bite is going to taste fishy. For some reason, next
the apprehension that does it for you.
I wonder if anything could help with that.
If only there was some way to investigate like a past life where you were force-fed fish that was rotten.
Right.
And you.
Well, my stepdad made me eat a tuna fish sandwich once, and
there we go.
That really caused a problem.
There we go.
But he never made me do it again.
That's why you don't like mayo and you don't like fish.
Totally. I didn't like either one of them to begin with, and then it was like, never again. Yeah. Ugh. Anyway.
Well, from now on, when you see fish, you're going to think about butter.
Think about butter and bacon.
And it's going to taste delicious.
Yes.
If you choose.
If I choose. I'm just going to go with the Kerrygold, that's all. No fish.
All right, well, any last thoughts or butter stories you've got to share? So it seems like pretty universally, taste-wise, the Kerrygold was a clear winner among all of us. We pretty much agreed that the Kerrygold, although it was buttery, it was butter, it didn't stand out. It didn't score super high above the other ones. So I think there was some variation between the Organic Valley and the President as far as where we scored them. But in all, I would say that our meta-analysis here, well, wait, this isn't a meta-analysis.
We went through all the factors, the price, the carbon footprint, the nutrient profile.
Right. They all have CLA. Interestingly, though, I wonder, I've looked this up, but I wonder if the Kerrygold would be lower in CLA than like the Kerrygold.
Oh.
I wonder if that's been analyzed because it's a saturated fat. I don't know. Or
Next
maybe
time
it's just
Keto Chat.
Yeah. We'll look at the CLA, saturated fat content of butter.
Everyone's favorite topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I just want to go home and make some nice buttery salmon.
Yeah.
That's all I can think about.
I want to see your Snapchat of eating butter on cheese next too.
Yes.
Yes.
Only if it's melted. I think like some butter in a pan with some cheese. That sounds really good.
Yeah. A cheese omelet with no eggs.
Yeah.
You laugh, but I think I'm going to try it.
I told you. I might even cook mine in the bacon fat. I don't know.
And then sprinkle some bacon on top of it.
Yes.
And then top it with butter.
Yes.
Yes.
All
The options are endless.
They are endless.
Yeah, well, hey, in the comments below, put your craziest butter creation. We challenge you to come up with the most daring and unique way to use butter.
What's the craziest thing you could think to put butter on?
Food-wise, though.
Oh, yeah.
Let's stick with
Stick
food.
with things that are edible.
My
Yes.
wife and I on our honeymoon.
Yes.
We brought some Kerrygold.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No pictures, please.
Yeah. Did you go to Ireland or France? Well, hey, with that, I'm going to say goodbye. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And, tell us about your favorite way to use any kind of butter. And your favorite kind of butter in the comments below. So, it's been Carole Freeman.
And Mikayla the intern.
Jim Kellner.
I'm glad you remembered who you were.
Yeah.
Bye for now. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.